Okay, first off, we'll be looking at our Kangen 8. So this machine, for those that are new, okay, it has 8 plates. It speaks 8 languages. It's the only one that can speak Mandarin. Reply in Mandarin. Okay, it also has different power plugs for different countries. Let's say if you travel in the future, it has Kangen refresh, automatic pumping of the e-cleaning, and all these features later on will be discussed when we touch about this Kangen 8. Yeah, so it also has 5 years warranty as well. So this is the operational chart. So Sinjo has been mentioning on what the waters do. So this is how you extract the waters that you want from the machine. So if you look at this section here, so these are for the Kangen selection from 8.5 to 9.5. So whenever you press or select 9.5 on the touch screen, then you will get Kangen water from the top hose here, and the beauty water, or rather acidic water, from the bottom. So anything that comes from the bottom hose is not for drinking. Yeah. So to make beauty water, you press this yellow button here, which states pH 6.0. So beauty water that comes from the top. So just now there's a question saying whether it's a discharge water or the beauty water. So remember, beauty water only comes from the top hose, and this is what you are supposed to use. The bottom that comes out after you press beauty water is actually it's not Kangen water, it's just alkaline water, also not for drinking. Now for strong Kangen or strong acidic, you can press this red button that says pH 2.5. Now for this to happen, you would have to have the enhancer, electrolysis enhancer in place. Then you'll be able to generate your Kangen, strong Kangen and strong acidic. Okay, to make clean water, you can just press this button here, pH 7, and then the top will be clean water, and the bottom will be just clean water, but not for drinking, just neutral water. Okay, this is for the K8. So when we said warranty for the machines, normally warranty covers everything that's in the machine that is unseen. For example, the pump that's inside, or the LCD, or the other parts that's inside, they cannot be seen. So for example, the filter, all these hoses here, these flexible hose and the hose here, these are not covered under the warranty. Okay, so this is how the enhancer looks like, and in order to generate the 2.5, you will require to have this. Okay, give me a moment. Okay, so this is for the SD501. Okay, so for the SD501, it has 7 plates and LCD panel. Unlike the K8, it doesn't has a touch screen, so it comes in this panel here, which is analog, whereby you press to select the water selections that you want. So it comes together with a high-grade filter, a clean cartridge, and also produces the same waters as the K8. Okay, let me try to remove this. Okay, never mind. Okay, for the SD Platinum, the only difference here is that it speaks 5 different languages, which is English, German, French, Italian, and Spanish. So for the SD501, the first one just now, it only speaks English. So the other features are the same, and this one comes with the exterior that is platinum in color. All right, so for this SD501, the operation chart is like this. So for example, if you want to select the 8.5 to 9.5, you just have to press the top button here, which is the Kangen button, and the top will dispense Kangen water 8.5 to 9.5. The below here is the acidic water. Okay, so anything from the below or excess water is not for drinking. So same for the beauty water, you press the yellow button here, and for strong acidic, just press the bottom button here, that is orange. So for this one is different from the K8, whereby the enhancer is on the right side here, this slot here. So it's a different feature on that end. So for clean water, you press the middle part here. Okay. So for the enhancer, it's still the same. you need to buy this to generate the 2.5, and it also
Recording stopped.
It also comes with a 5 years warranty. Okay. So for this chart here later on, I will talk about it later on when we finish talking about the machines. Now moving on to our Super 501. So this has actually 12 plates. Okay. So on the left side, if you can see clearly this picture, there are 2 flexible hoses. So the one on the left side is 7 plates. This is for the acidic part, acidic and strong Kangen is for strong acidic. And the right side is for drinking, which is 5 plates. Yeah, Kangen, clean, and beauty water. So it's a twin hose system. Now the difference for this one is that it has, it doesn't require to buy the enhancer, but you can actually make your own. So it's actually quite economic. All right. So this is how it is. However, this one only has 3 years warranty, and same accessories are not covered. So the enhancer tank is actually behind here, the black part here, yeah. So the 5 plates, it will come through the filter here, and then Kangen water will be coming out. So for the strong acidic, there'll be 7 plates here as well. Okay, moving on to Junior 4. Okay, this it looks similar to the SD501, but it has 4 plates. And it comes with a large LCD panel. It's more or less the same like the 501 and produces the same types of water. So the only main difference is the plates, yeah, the quantity of the plates, and the operational chart is the same as well. So whichever button that you select, and then the types of water that you select will be coming out from the top hose. Okay, 3 years warranty and accessories are not covered. Now moving on to the ANESPA. So it has a twin cartridge system. Basically, it has 2 filters inside. One is to remove all the impurities of the water, and the other one is to give you this spa feel. So this one, it has 3 years warranty as well. It helps to protect your hair from chlorine damage and gives it a glowing effect. Helps with skin moisturization and yeah, shiny hair as well. Okay. So this is actually how our electrode plates looks like. So basically, if you see the negative and the positive here, so like this how it, when water goes through this plate, all the plates, it will generate the Kangen water. Yeah, this is how it looks like for our models. Now I just want to touch on the electrolysis process. So on the left side here, this is our filter, and water will go in through the filter and go through all these plates. So the negative electrodes will generate the Kangen water, and the positive one will be the excess or acidic water. So this glycerol phosphate acidic calcium is not required for Singapore. Actually, it is an additional item for places that do not have minerals in the water. So for example, it could be rainwater or reverse osmosis, or some of the waters that have all the minerals removed, they need to use this. Okay, so this is just to go through with you. Okay, so this is the comparison or the chart that we have of all our machines. So this is a summary, so you can have a look at it, and then you can save it and share it with your friends and family. So the KDS, this is just to summarize. So the plates here are 8 for SD501, and the platinum is 7, junior is 4, and super is 7 plus 5. The pH range is approximately more or less the same. Power supply also, except for the K8, as mentioned earlier, it can be used in other countries as well. The filter, okay, now for the filter, there are 3 types here, if you look at it. So for the K8, it uses its own F8, and this is the price. Now for these 3, 501 and the junior, is 165.5, called the HGN. And the last one, the super 501, is the HG. Okay, so normally people confuse the HG and the HGN, so later I'll explain the difference, because some people buy and then bring home, then cannot be used. Okay, for the gross weight, this is about 5 kilos, this 2 about 6.3, this one is lighter, 5.3, and super is 10.2. So the languages, okay, the rest speaks English except these 2, it speaks 8 languages as mentioned before, and this one has speaks 5 languages. Voice prompt, the first three and the last two has only beeping sound. So you have to be aware. For example, if it tells you to change the filter and things like that, it only has a beeping sound. So it doesn't speak. And the prices are as below. Okay, as mentioned earlier, the two filters that are different. So the high grade old and high grade new. High grade old, you can see that it's like light blue and purple. So people normally, because they change the filter once a year, so normally they will forget which filters they use. So if it's better if you just take a photo or picture, then you just show it to us, we will know which filter you'll be using. So for the old one, it has this square with words in it. And for the HGN, it has the wording here and the design, our Enagic logo here. All right, so it removes lead and chlorine, and the interval for replacement is about 6 liters or 8 months to a year, depending on your use. So the price now is 165.85. Our discount price is normally every June and December. Okay. Now this is our K8 filter, which is called the F8. For this machine, right, you don't have to, because for these two machines, you would need to press the reset button. But for this machine, the F8, or when it's used, it will be automatically reset. The machine will recognize that it is a new filter being used. So no reset button required. And then if you observe here, for the filter check on the left side is the total quantity used. So for each bar is 1,000 liters. So is all of this is 6,000 liters up to the top here. On the right side is total time. Each bar is 2 months, and up to the top here is 1 year. So whichever comes first, then you will need to change. So the usual price now is 176.55. So our filters for these machines, it has three layers. The calcium sulfide, it has this antibacterial carbon. It has a filter, and then so that is why when we sell the filters to people, we recommend them to flush the filter for about 10 to 15 minutes to flush out all the excess carbon that's inside. If not, you will see that you will be drinking grayish colored water. Okay, so when you buy one, you bring home, just flush it and then you can use. Okay, so it's able to remove metals such as lead, chlorine, rust, impurities, and the rest, and the salt. Yeah. So for ANESPA DX, we have these two cartridges to be used. One is the external, one is the internal or ceramic. So for the external, you will have to change every year depending on your use. It removes chlorine and other impurities. For the ceramic, every 3 years. So the cost is definitely different. So for the ceramic, it's about 389.5, and the external is 165.85. So for the ceramic, it has this radium hot spring effect that whenever you use it. So it has two types of these balls inside. One is a Futarama radium onsen and Chikutan. So these two gives you this relaxing effect whenever you use the ANESPA DX. Okay. Benefits of using a clean filter. So it, when the machine prompts you to change your machine, it will prompt out filter change, or you will be beeping sound. So it's best to change immediately if you have a spare at home. But if you don't, then probably a week at most, because bacteria may grow in this filter because it is filled with water, and then all the trapped impurities are together. So it's a breeding ground for bacteria if it's not changed. So frequent change is actually good for yourself and good for the machine. Okay, so as mentioned here, improve the health by drinking clean water, improve the taste as well for the machine, reduce contaminants, and reduce sediment concentration. So actually, I have ever encountered, there's a customer that brought the machine here, that there's no water coming from my machine. So I took a look at the filter, asked him when was the last time it's changed. He said never changed ever since it's bought for about 5 years. So it's already clogged. So that is what happens if you don't change your filter. Now, things to be aware of. So there are fake filters being sold on online platforms or other platforms. So just because they're cheaper doesn't mean they're better, because we do not know the content that's what is inside this filter, or whether they're able to filter the impurities from the water. So make sure that you buy the original one from us, genuine ones. It has these logos. The fake one doesn't have any logo. It's just plain blank, but it can fit into your machine. Now for this, okay, I'll talk about it later. We actually have a ongoing lucky draw, but I'll talk about it later. Yeah. So that ends the part on our machines, on the product. Okay. Next, we'll talk about the types of maintenance. Okay, like what was being informed by Sinjo just now, why she collects her beauty water every day in the morning, and things like that, using e-cleaning. So I'll go in depth. Yeah, there are about 6 here, always daily, occasionally monthly, half yearly, and yearly. Okay, what happens when you do not clean your machine? So on the left side, you will see clean plates. On the middle, start to calcify already. And at the end here is strip plates caused by over calcification. Okay, actually, whenever water, right, water from the tap, it already contains calcium. Calcium, right? So whenever it goes through this electrolysis process, it will solidify. At first, it's liquid form. But whenever it goes through our electrolysis process, it solidifies. So how you can see this is when you collect water, or when you store water into your bottle, and the sides of the bottle starts to feel like a rough surface and cannot be cleaned by using a sponge or any detergent. That is because of the calcification process that happens whenever you drink the water. So imagine if you don't clean the bottle, what will happen? So definitely there'll be layers and layers of calcium growing there, right? So for this one, it happens to the plate. So what happens if you don't clean your plates? So this is what will happen. Then you damage your machine. No warranty will be void, and then yeah, you would definitely have to buy a new one already. Okay, for maintenance always. So this is when your machine prompts you to notice of cleaning. So basically, after you use strong acidic, or actually there are a few prerequisites, but I'll just talk about this first. So notice of cleaning, whenever it displays, you just have to run the water, just flush out the excess water that's in the machine. Okay, this is always, okay, the first one always. So when this notice of cleaning is being prompted by the machine, do not take and drink the water. Yeah, so just let it flow, or you can collect it for other purposes, washing the plates and all those. Now, second is daily, run beauty water. Now, this is being practiced by most of our distributors. Okay, it helps. Okay, for technically, it helps to reverse the polarity to the plates. Okay, electrically push the scale material of the plates to keep them clean on a daily basis. So in layman terms, actually, if you see the escalator, let's say you reach the MRT, so normally the escalator is going up, but sometimes if you go at a different time, for example earlier, they'll be going down. So this actually help to use all the parts that's in the escalator. So for the same thing, for our machine, when you do this, it helps to reverse the plates and helps to remove some of the calcium. So if you look at the picture here, so the negative electrode here produces Kangen water. This is every time you drink, you press 8.5, 9.5, and 9 pH, Kangen water will come out here. And then whenever you do that, all the calcium, as you can see previously, the white color stuff, it will stick to this surface here. Stick all to the negative side. However, when you switch to beauty water, and then it will change the flow. For example, the acidic water coming from the top, right? Because it's beauty water. So it will help to remove, because when you do that, you will remove all this calcium that is being stuck there. However, this is only minimal. But if you do it every day, it will actually help your machine in the long run. So when you do it on a daily basis, it's actually very good. Plus, you don't waste water. Like what Sinjo does, she keep it, she wash her face, she can actually use it to wash her hair after she finish showering. So it's actually very good. And the whole family can use beauty water. Okay. Okay, just now I mentioned about the notice cleaning. So actually it is both daily and immediately and also occasionally. Why? Let me just show you. So basically, there are three prerequisites to why your machine prompts you to do this cleaning or notice cleaning. So if you look at the bottom here, when your total operating time reaches 15 minutes. So for example, if your uncle takes 5 minutes, your auntie takes 2 minutes of the water, they take the water, and everybody else, anyone that reaches to 15 minutes, you prompt you to notice cleaning. So when it prompts you notice cleaning, you just let the water run, probably less than 30 seconds. This is to flush out all the stagnant water that's inside. Number two, after you use strong acid water, and you want to switch to any other of the selections, let's say beauty water or Kangen water, it will also tell you to notice cleaning. This is to wash out all the stagnant waters inside the machine, just to remove all the water. And lastly, when the unit is not used for more than 24 hours. So let's say if you bring your machine to deep clean in the office, after you bring it back, it'll tell you to notice cleaning, because definitely you've left your machine here in the office more than 24 hours. So when you reach home, just turn on the water and let the water flow. Okay, notice cleaning. Okay, so for this is the K8, how it will tell you, because the rest of the machines, it will only prompt you through beeping or through the voice. But for K8, it will come up with this attention cleaning notification. So for this one, you just have to run the water, and about 30 seconds, it'll be over. Okay, there's another feature for K8, which is called the auto cleaning. Now, this auto cleaning actually saves water, because you don't have to do anything, and it will tell you to, it will say refreshing. Then when it refreshes, it will just release all the excess water from the filter and from the machine. So it runs automatically after 10 minutes of use, either Kangen or beauty water. Then after that, it will run for 10 seconds, and then you don't have to do anything. So basically, it helps you to save water, unlike the rest of the machines where you need to turn on the tap. Okay. So attention here. So for the other two models, which is JR4 and the Super, they have no voice guidance. So there will be a beeping sound. So you have to be aware of that. And never drink water that's produced during this period, as I mentioned before. So you can collect it and use it for any other things like washing your clothes. Okay, while cleaning, let the water flow freely, and auto cleaning will only be displayed at the LED screen for the next production of water. Okay, now we come to monthly. Okay, now we go to monthly maintenance. So monthly maintenance is to do the e-cleaning. So for those who do not know what e-cleaning is that you use our e-cleaning powder to soak your machine. So this e-cleaning powder is able to remove the calcium that is being built up in your plates of your machine. So this same powder can be used to clean your bottles as well, or any of your pots and pans that have this calcium. Right? So how do we do it? Okay, first let's talk about the benefits. So it avoids calcification and maintain the quality of the water. All right, it helps to reduce machine blockage as well. I've seen whereby the calcification is so bad that even the flexible hose, part of it is already calcified inside and block water from flowing out. And also it helps to improve lifespan of the Kangen machine. Okay, it's very important. I will be talking first on the SD. Okay, the SD and Junior, and if those have bought R before, level lock R, this is how you do your e-cleaning. Now the whole process is without any power. So you just turn off the power here, the main switch, you can leave it off. Remove the cover and you will see the filter here. After that, you take out the filter, okay, and you pour one packet into this CPU. This is called the cleaning powder unit, okay. Remove the cover and put it in. Put one packet only for these models, SD501, Platinum, and Junior, and R. Put one packet only. Inside, when you buy from us, one box, there are 24 packets. Okay, after that's done, you remove the filter, you replace it with this CPU, cleaning powder unit inside, and you lock it with the filter lock. After that, the remaining hoses, which is the flexible hose and the gray hose, you put it into a cup or a bowl or anything that can is sufficient to hold water. You run the tap. Okay, you run the tap until it fills halfway through. Now, some people have done it wrong. They turn on the tap for 15 minutes. So when you turn on for 15 minutes, all the cleaning powder is gone from the machine. Okay, so don't do that. So you just have to turn on the tap, and when it just reaches halfway, submerging both hoses, you just close it. Okay, let the machine soak. You can either let it soak for 5 to 8 hours or overnight. I recommend overnight since you're not using it, and you will efficiently clean the machine. Okay, next morning, you rinse the machine. Okay, when you wake up the next morning, you remove the cup here. Rinse the machine by running water for 10 to 15 minutes while CPU is in place. Okay, for this part here, after you run for 10 to 15 minutes, you can do a test. Okay, normally for this cleaning powder, it is acidic in nature. So when you get your pH tester and you test the water, if it is still orange in color, means that you need to run further. You need to run probably maybe another 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes. Probably 5 minutes is enough until it turns green. So let's say you test, it turns out orange. Then later on, you let it run for about another 5 minutes. Then you put it into the pH tester and then it turns green, means it's ready for use already. Okay. After that, you can stop the water, remove the CPU, put back the filter, and put the cover back in. Now, some people, after they put back the filter, they have the habit of pressing the reset button here. So don't do it, yeah. You press the reset button only when you change new filter. So some people just press it. Now for the super is the same thing. So, but it's only, this one you need the power. Okay, you open this CPU, should have it. I think you need to purchase if you don't have it, yeah. Then after that, you open the machine cover and you put it in. Now for this one is using red wording. You see this one here is using blue wording. Blue means HG for the HGN, and red wording here is for the HG, for the old one. So this is just let you know. So open the machine, put in this. After that, you press this button here. So make sure it still has power. Yeah. Then you press the green button here, or clean water. Same thing, the white excess hose and the flexible hose you put into a cup until it fills halfway. Then you can leave it 3 to 5 hours, or as per the SD, 5 to 8 hours or overnight. Next morning, pour the water away and run for 10 to 15 minutes. So remember, 10 to 15 minutes and then do the test again. So to make sure that it's green in color, which is neutral, neutral, then you use it. Okay, you press green, of course it's neutral, but then when the cleaning powder is inside, it will be orange because of this acidic in nature, the water here. Okay, after that is done, after you finish the testing, you take out this CPU and put back the filter here, and then you can use it already. Okay, so whenever you buy from our office, make sure you look at it. Okay, so you know what you are buying. So this one is for the HGN. This is for the HG or the older version of the SD. Okay, those that bought in Hong Kong, maybe they have to use this one, the old one. Maintenance of the CPU. So after you use this CPU, you don't just leave it at the side. You can actually dry it. Okay, you can just hand dry it or air dry it for a while, for maybe a day. Then you put it into a Ziploc bag and then you put it in the fridge, not freezer. You put it in the fridge and then you store it there, because the cold temperature will prevent molds from growing. So if you put it in the freezer, later on it might crack because of the cold temperature, yeah? And don't put under the sun because it might crack as well. So just put it in the fridge. We are moving on next to the K8. So the K8 is much more friendly in terms of this e-cleaning process, because it guides you step by step. Okay, there's a selection later on at the setting where you can choose. So just follow the on-screen instructions. It doesn't have to run on any water, and the on-screen timer will let you know when, it will prompt you when to change the water or when to stop the water, things like that. So basically, press setting. Setting is at the bottom here. I mean, at the screen, it'll be here, setting. Go to e-cleaning, you need to press yes. Now you have to get ready 2 packets here. If you see, there are 2 packets here of the e-cleaning powder. Then you pour into the tank. So for approximately 400 ml or less, you look at the level. After that, it tells you to remove the enhancer tank, then you put in the cleaning tank. Okay. If you use the wrong tank, like for example, you put in the enhancer tank, it will tell you that the tank is incorrect, error. Okay. Okay, so after that is done, you put it in the right tank. You tell you to remove the filter and install the cleaning cartridge, which you have prepared. Now, this is the flat one. So put it in, put the cap in. Okay, put the cap in here, put the cartridge here, put the cap here, then press start to begin. Okay, now I just want to give a few tips. Yeah, so if let's say you go through a few minutes, probably 10 to 15 minutes, you see that your tank is still full. Okay, things that you can do is before you put the step 4 here, please put the cap on the secondary hose. So before you put the cap on the secondary hose, make sure that that water is flowing out from the hose. This is to ensure that the pump is working and is drawing water from the cleaning tank. So when it does that, it means that it is moving. So if it is not drawing water, there's no water coming out, then that be a sign that some of the parts may be not working. For example, maybe the connection is not well. Okay. What else? Just remove filter. Okay, great. After that's done, right, it'll be 3 hours. Okay, cleaning time will be 3 hours. After that is done, it tells you to remove the cap, the secondary hose cap, the one, the red color one. You just remove it, and then you put back the filter, and then you swap the tank, and then you run the water for 300 seconds. After that, you turn off the water. So for this part here, you can actually leave the cleaning cap inside and go through everything. Then you put back the filter. Okay, it's fine that way, because there might be some concern whereby the cleaning powder might go into the filter. But I've confirmed with the factory. It says that as long as this the hose here, when you remove the cap from the hose, the secondary hose, as long as all the citric acid, the cleaning powder, the liquid from the cleaning powder is removed totally, there will be no issue of any of the cleaning powder liquid going into the filter. But to be safe, you can actually leave the cleaning cap in here and go through the whole cleaning process. Right at the end, then you can replace the filter. So that's how we can work with another way. Yeah. Okay, let's see. All right, so that is for your monthly cleaning. So make sure you do it every month. Some people want to bargain with me. Hey, John, can I do it like 2 months once or 3 months once? I only have a small family. Well, I cannot impose this on you, but as a company, of course, we want you to have the best water to drink and how to maintain your machine. So we tell you to do it every month. So hopefully you can follow, because we want the best for you. Okay. Right. Next will be the half yearly maintenance, which is the replacement of your filter. Okay. So normally your filter will prompt you to change every 6,000 liters. Or actually, if you have the chlorine tester, you can test whether your filter is able to filter out chlorine. If it's not, then it's time to change, because it defeats the purpose. You'll be drinking chlorine, or after 6 months of usage or more. Now, how to change? So basically, if you're asking your mate to do it, then let's say your mate is unwell and you have to do it. So this is how you change your filter. Okay, so this is for the SD501, and okay, it's different. So SD501, you press here, there's a small indented place here. You press it in and you move it outwards. Then it will expose the filter here. So this holder, you just remove left, and then you loosen up the filter. Then you can take out the filter. First take out the filter ring, then you take out the filter. So don't worry, because there's a sign here that tells you left to remove, right to lock. After that is done, you have to make sure that the rings here, there'll be O-rings for the new and old filters. Okay, make sure that there are none left inside, because if it is double ring that's left inside here, you will leak, because double layer means it cannot fit snugly, and then it will leak because there's a gap there. So make sure when you remove the old one, the O-rings from the old filters are removed as well. Okay. After that, you put in your new filter, you lock it back, and you don't have to press reset first, because this one is power off. You see here, all is off. So you let the water run, as I mentioned just now, about 10 to 15 minutes to flush out all the excess carbon. Then you turn on the power and press the reset button. Okay. Same for the K. The K, you just remove the cover and just put in, then you detect that it's a new filter. Then you can just run the water for 10 minutes. Okay, next we'll be talking about the yearly maintenance. Now, yearly maintenance is called the deep cleaning. It is similar to servicing, for example, any electronic device, for example, your car or other things. So this is not, we cannot tell you that you must do it, but it's good that you do it, because when we have this deep cleaning, we not only clean the external or the internal, but we check the health of the machine overall. We check whether the buttons are working, any blockages to the flow, are the pH working, is there anything wrong with the noise, things like that. So it's basically a health check for your machine. So in US it's 90, but here it's only 65, so it's really quite cheap. But that is only for those that are still within the warranty. So as I mentioned earlier, some of the machines, they have 5-year warranty, 3-year warranty. Actually, you can extend your warranty if your machine is still within warranty, okay, for another 3 years. So it's good to have that because it helps you to take care of your machine. Okay, so this one, yeah. So for those that are already out of warranty, it will be $80. Okay, for those within warranty, it's 65. Now we will go through the LCD messages and voice guidance. So whenever you press Kangen water, you will see the arrows that are pointing, meaning that water is flowing, and there will be this arrow here. So for cleaning water or clean water, there'll be arrow and clean water. So for all of this, there is this arrow here. Okay, why I mentioned the arrow? Because if you somehow you help people to install, or you take the machine from us, if you left your hoses behind, and then somehow when you turn on the water and there is no arrow here and just pure Kangen or just clean water, it means that the hoses behind have been swapped. The white hose that goes into the inlet goes into the outlet, and then the gray hose goes into the inlet. So it becomes the other way around, so it cannot detect the flow of water. So remember, when you go back for the for the SD501, if you see this, so make sure that it's in the right place. Okay, coming back to this, so beauty water, whenever there's a beeping sound, do not drink. So beauty water, there'll be this arrow here, and then there'll be beeping. Strong acidic, there'll be beeping as well. And when it say notice cleaning, there'll be beeping and then arrow as well. Some of the other safety features here, if your water pressure is very high, it'll tell you to decrease the flow. Okay, because very high flow means that the electrolysis process is can say it's incomplete because it's too fast. It doesn't have time to charge the water. Okay, if it is too slow, it will tell you to increase the flow as well, and both are beeping. Filter replace, also it has a beeping sound. It tells you to replace. When you change the filter and press the reset button, you say filter reset, there's a beeping sound as well. If let's say hot water enters, because some of the houses, some of the people, they might have hot water sharing for the machine. So maybe if accidentally go hot water, you prompt hot beeping, and you prompt hot water protect. So you have to be aware of this. And let's say it's placed near a hot place, or if it's being used more than, for example, 30 or 40 minutes, it would say heat protect, then you just have to turn it off and let the machine cool down. Okay. When you run out of enhancer as well, it will tell you to refill solution, and then there'll be beeping sound as well. Okay, changing sound level. So maybe some of you might know or might not know. For the SD501, if you want to change the sound level, you can actually change it by, first you power off. You don't have to press the main switch, but you just press the power off. Okay, here, power out, power off. Then you press this Kangen for 3 seconds. Okay, when you press 3 seconds, after that, it will tell you whether you want loud. You press again, you go low, press again, you go off. So each press of the button changes the level of the volume. Okay, so you want loud, you want low, or you want off. So for SD Platinum, how to change the language is, instead of pressing Kangen here, you press clean water. You press and then French or German or whatever language that you want. Okay, this is for Platinum. Okay, I'm here to talk about this again. So this is also behind your machine and in all the manuals as well. Whenever you move your machine, make sure that there is no enhancer inside. because if the enhancer is inside the machine with enhancer, electrolysis enhancer, it might spill into the machine, and then actually the composition of the electrolysis enhancer is salt. So if it goes into a machine, salt plus electronic parts, rust. So that is why we do not want you to put it inside. So if it happens, and if I open it and see that there's this liquid that goes inside, rust and all this, it will void the warranty as well. So please be careful whenever you, let's say, you move house or you bring it for deep cleaning, make sure you take it out. Yeah, just leave it at home, or you can just put it separately. Whenever you use the machine as well, do not put the flexible hose inside the thing that you are cleaning or you are soaking, because sometimes the grains or beans or whatever might go into the machine. Okay, this does happen. Okay, just make sure that it's not done. Yeah. Okay, some more warnings. Avoid direct sunlight. Okay, do not splash oil or water on the body. Okay, it may cause fire, electric shock. Do not place near hot objects as well. Do not use any cleaner or this to clean your machine. And do not use the unit when the secondary hose is elevated. Now, I want to touch on this one as well, because if your secondary hose is too long, or if it is elevated, it will cause backflow. Backflow means that the water is not fast enough to be evacuated from the machine, and thus it will flow back into the machine, and the pH that you select is inaccurate. For example, if let's say you press 8.5, but since this one is elevated, the acidic water will flow back into the machine, and maybe you will get 8 or maybe 7.5. So make sure that all of this is at the machine level or lower, better. Okay. Next, do not use processed water in aquariums or give to pets. So it all depends. Just now for Sijo, she killed the fish. So it depends from case to case. So you have to ask the Okay, never place anything on the unit as well, because it might drop. Okay, mentioned here again. So if you want to move the unit, first remove the enhancer tank. Never run the unit with a damaged power cord. This one I also want to touch. So if for any reason, your contractor or whoever, if you have a house and then you want to renovate, they want to cut the cord and then they want to extend, don't ask them to do that, because it will also void the warranty, because this is part of the machine. So once you cut it, it damages the machine. And then even though he's a qualified electrician, but let's say if anything happens, who's going to be, responsible, things like that. So if you want to extend, this is the extension cord. Don't go and cut and modify the machine. Yeah. Next, do not tamper or attempt to repair the unit. Okay. Never run hot water and things like that. Okay. Just a recap, do not use processed water while its LED is blinking or when there's a beeping sound. Okay. Whenever you want to use, so make sure you run the BT water before you use Kangen every morning. For new filter, run for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, this is the Enagic home mobile service, and we established this because we recognize the need that some people, or many people actually do not have enough help for them to do the cleaning, or maybe they're too heavy. It's too heavy to bring the machine over here, or maybe they are or a bit older and then they don't know how to do it, things like that, or bring here. So we have established this home or mobile service. They can help you to, let's say you purchase a machine here, we can help you to deliver and install at your place. We also do deep cleaning. We can help you to dismantle and reinstall in a new home. We can help you to change filter or change hose or any other services that you require. You can actually let us know. So this is actually a good initiative from us to help or to meet the needs of our distributors. Yeah, okay, you can just text us through our WhatsApp. Next, I just want to touch on this lucky draw contest. Okay, now this contest runs through August till November 30th. So basically, how to get this lucky draw is that every 2 filters that you buy, you're eligible to get 1 lucky draw slip. Okay, this ticket, this voucher. So for every 2 filters, you're eligible to write your name, your Enagic ID, your phone number. So whenever it's being drawn in December later on, we can give you a call or we'll WhatsApp you that you are the winner. So we'll be actually drawing 10 winners. So what is this lucky draw? You be eligible to get 200 worth of this discount voucher. This discount voucher is only to be used for accessories like the white hose, flexible hose, and all this. Not to be used for filters, Ukon, machine, EN, EAPA, and all those ongoing promotions. Okay, so come and grab your filters from today onwards till December. Okay, that's all from me. Any questions? Let's see. Yeah, Irene Chan or Chan Irene, yeah, Super 501 needs to do the monthly cleaning service. As I mentioned just now, you can do it. If you need a slide, you can actually ask from me. I can email it to you.